Is the Boston Celtics' path to the Eastern Conference throne about to get a whole lot clearer? As we gear up for the matchup against the struggling 76ers, there's a crucial factor that could dictate the outcome: the presence of a certain star who's been on the injury report. With the Celtics currently sitting second, every game counts, and the chance to take down a rival with a roster full of talent adds an extra layer of excitement. Will the Celtics capitalize on this opportunity? Stick around to find out, and don't forget to subscribe to catch all the latest on our beloved Celtics. As we gear up for the Celtics' first game back from the All-Star break, there's a palpable sense of anticipation among us fans. The matchup against the 76ers is always a big deal, but this time, there's added intrigue with Paul George on the injury report. He's been nursing a left finger injury, and while he's listed as available for tonight's game, it does raise questions. Would it have been easier for us if he was sidelined? Absolutely. George, who just joined Philly in what was supposed to be a game-changing acquisition, adds significant firepower to their lineup. Now let's talk about the 76ers. They were expected to be contenders with George, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey forming a formidable big three. But here we are, with the 76ers sitting at 11th in the Eastern Conference. Injuries have plagued them all season long, and instead of being a powerhouse, they've struggled to find their rhythm. It's frustrating to watch, especially when you consider the talent they have on that roster. This is a team that should be competing at the top of the standings, yet they find themselves battling for relevance. On the flip side, our Celtics are riding high, currently in second place in the East, and just 5.5 games behind the Cavaliers. This is a crucial juncture in the season, and we all know that if we want to make a serious run for the top spot, we need to start strong right out of the gate. A win against a struggling 76ers team, especially one that's still figuring out its identity with all its injuries, is essential. But let's not underestimate the challenge. With George back on the court, along with Embiid and Maxey, the Celtics will face a full-strength 76ers team, something that's been a rarity this season. This is a rare opportunity for them to showcase their talents together. The chemistry they develop in this matchup could either propel them forward or leave us wondering what could have been. As for the Celtics, it's encouraging to see that we're mostly healthy, with only Xavier Tillman missing from the lineup. We've shown resilience this season, but consistency is key. We can't afford to take any nights off, especially against a team like Philly, which can explode offensively when they're clicking. Looking at Paul George's numbers, averaging 16.1 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 4.4 assists, it's clear he still brings a lot to the table, even if his shooting percentages aren't where he'd want them to be. His ability to stretch the floor with his three-point shooting makes him a constant threat. And let's be real. It would have been a lot easier for us to secure a win if he were not on the floor, but that's not the case. So, as we head into this game, I find myself torn. Do I believe that facing a fully loaded 76ers team is a good thing for us? On one hand, it's an opportunity to measure our strengths against one of the supposed elite teams in the league. On the other, we're potentially setting ourselves up for a tougher battle when we had a chance to take advantage of their struggles. Drew Holiday is back, Celtics Nation. After a much-needed 16-day break to heal his shoulder, he's off the injury report and ready to hit the court against the 76ers. This is exactly the kind of news we were hoping for as we gear up for the second half of the season. I mean, we all saw how the team struggled without him and Jaylen Brown, but they managed to finish strong, winning 7 of their last 8 games before the All-Star break. That's the kind of momentum we want to carry forward. Holiday has been a significant part of our lineup, averaging 11.0 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 3.7 assists this season. Sure, those numbers have dipped a bit compared to last year, but what really matters is his health heading into the playoffs. The last thing we want is for him to be hampered by injuries when the games really count. When you think about it, this team needs Drew at his best, especially when we're looking to make a deep playoff run. I have to say, I appreciate the Celtics training staff for recognizing that sometimes it's better to take a step back to preserve the bigger picture. Holiday mentioned that he's been feeling the effects of that shoulder injury for a while, and it's clear they made the right call in shutting him down. He said, "Sometimes they gotta save you from yourself," and I couldn't agree more. So, many athletes push through pain, but in the long run, being smart about these situations can make all the difference. As we come out of the break, the Celtics look whole again, with only Xavier Tillman missing from the lineup. That depth is crucial, especially as we head into these final weeks. I'm excited to see how this team meshes with a healthy Drew back in the mix. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, I completely understand the need to prioritize health over immediate playtime. But on the other, part of me always wants to see our stars out there competing. Looking ahead, the Celtics need to keep this momentum going. With Drew back, the floor opens up for everyone else, especially for guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who can take advantage of the space and opportunities he creates. The chemistry between these players is vital, and if they can build on what they established before the break, who knows? We could be looking at a very dangerous team come playoff time. What do you think about the Celtics' strategy here? Are we on the right track? I want to hear your thoughts down below. The dialogue among fans is what makes being a Celtics supporter so special. Are we optimistic about our chances with a fully healthy roster? Will Holiday find his groove again? These are the questions we need to explore as the season progresses. And you? What do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you feeling confident about our playoff hopes? Or do you see potential pitfalls we need to address? Remember, every fan's voice matters, and your insights could spark some great conversations. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all things Boston Celtics. Also, activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Let's keep the conversation going. And as always, let's root for our team.